We want to talk to somebody who knows very well about the DeSantis announcement. Joining us for a reaction, former Trump administration official and the founder of the Never Back Down Super PAC supporting Ron DeSantis, Ken Cuccinelli. Thank you so much, Ken, for being with us.
Glad to join you.
Okay, so your PAC, it is planning a $100 million voter outreach push to elect DeSantis from immigration to abortion. Why is he the best candidate for the American people?
Well, certainly he is the best candidate. We've seen his accomplishments in the last 4.5 years as governor of Florida, both going from a squeaker of an election and not watering down his agenda to the reward politically in the largest swing state in America, winning by 20 points, 1.5 million votes in 2022. The only red wave in America was in Florida in 2022, and it was because of the leadership of Governor DeSantis based on his accomplishments, fighting back against the woke mob, lowering taxes and reducing debt, and making Florida open for business and families and getting children back in schools. No learning loss in Florida. Yeah. They're going the other direction. They're first in education. And that really swung independent women and Hispanics over to DeSantis' side, as we saw in his reelection. He even won Miami-Dade County by double digits.
Yeah, there's no question that he has claimed quite a victory in the state of Florida. A lot of people attributing that victory to the support of his then friend, former President Donald Trump. But I know that there has been a report that $80 million from DeSantis' state-level PAC would come from that gubernatorial campaign and transferred to the Never Back Down PAC as part of the presidential cash or a war chest. But some critics are raising concerns about legality. Is that legit?
It is. It's been done before by other PACs. Byron Donalds right there in Florida and others, and the FEC has let those actions stand. So we're not trotting new ground there. That's well-trod ground. We're clearly going to stay inside the boundaries of the rules, unlike the Biden family you were reporting on at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
We're going to obey the rules and the laws of America and offer a contrast supporting the message of Governor DeSantis, which is so optimistic because of all his accomplishments. And Republicans want to see a winner. They want to see a fighter who's moving the needle on actual policy, not just doing the showmanship thing.
Well, let's watch the showman of all showmen. The Trump campaign has a response. Let's watch.
Sales tax had a plan to make you pay more. With the sales tax here, and the sales tax there. Here a tax, there a tax, everywhere a sales tax.
In Congress, Ron DeSantis wanted to replace the current system with a national sales tax. A 23% tax hike on almost everything you buy, from the gas station to the grocery store.
You'll pay more here. You'll pay more there. Here you'll pay. There you'll pay. Everyone will pay more.
We can't afford Ron's sales tax. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible.
Sales tax had a plan to make you pay more. With the sales tax here, and the sales tax there. Here a tax, there a tax.
Okay, I think that's it. I think they were just playing it again because of that
I get the point.
familiar music and kind of looking like the Disney Buzz Lightyear ride. But
right.
There's no doubt that former President Trump is in the lead for the GOP nomination. But the two have a lot in common in terms of policy. How is DeSantis going to differentiate himself?
Well, you take a look at the fair tax attack there. They don't happen to mention that the governor was proposing getting rid of the income tax entirely, just like Florida has done. And that's awfully popular. And there's a trade-off. You have to have revenue. But that was his proposal back in Congress, or one he supported. And that's to spur economic growth. He's shown when he's in the leadership position in Florida, he can make that happen in one of the biggest parts of the American economy. And if you just compare positive and negative, so far, our super PAC has spent about $15 million on ads, all positive DeSantis, 1.1 million on contrast ads with the president. MAGA Inc. has spent $15 million attacking DeSantis. They know who the leader of the PAC is. Polls aside, 8 months before votes start, all of the other candidates are jumping on Governor DeSantis because they know he's the man to beat, and so does Joe Biden. Joe Biden won't even show up for a debate if Ron DeSantis is the nominee. You heard it here first from Ken Cuccinelli, because Because Ron DeSantis will be that well prepared. He won't defeat himself like Donald Trump did in the first presidential debate. And people don't have to buy that from me. They can go back and watch it if they can stand the pain.
Well, Ken, just one more question. Since you did work in the Trump
Sure.
administration, I know that the former president has taken shots at you now that you are on DeSantis' side. Is this personal? Is this something? Are you proving yourself?
That's a great question. And no, it's not at all. In fact, when we announced the super PAC, the president and I had a cordial text exchange.
Okay.
At that time, you know, you saw the blast. Since then, that is completely different story. But that's the way it goes with President Trump. He rewrites history if he doesn't like the direction you're going. I made my choice based on who I think is best for American leadership, and part of that is informed by my time in the Trump administration, where we pursued good policies but didn't do it very well. And he picked people who got in his own way repeatedly, including the work I was doing on the border. Ron DeSantis has never done that. It's been a smooth, effective, mission-pursuing machine in Florida, and I can't wait to get that in the leadership of America.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.